Hello and welcome to Dumbphones UK. My name is Joseph. I look at dumb or dumber phones. Yes, I know it's not a dumb phone. Breathe. Today we're looking at keyboard. I get asked a lot of questions on how can I set up the keyboard? How can I get us off typing away on this touchscreen? How can we just use these keys? There's loads of questions. So why not do a really long tutorial on how to use this with the keyboard. I'm going to cover off the touchscreen, I'm going to cover off just using the keys themselves, I'm going to cover off installing the keyboard, I'm going to cover off anything else in between. So before we hop into that, please do like, please do subscribe. It means that I can show you lovely people more phones, more videos, everything else in between. It helps me, it helps you get more information. What's not to like? It really is useful. Sit back, relax, grab your phone, get yourself on the T9 and start texting away.
Here I am just hopping into the Cat S22 Flip, and you will see that by jumping into the settings I am typing in the word keyboard, and you'll see by the little keyboard that pops up on the bottom of the screen that I already have the old T9 keyboard installed. Now I'm going to jump into the manage on-screen keyboards and show you what I have installed. I've got the 12 key keyboard, the GBoard and the old T9, and then I'm just hopping into the on-screen keyboard as well, so that I can make a selection and show you what I have available to me. Here you'll find me just hopping into the settings and uninstalling the old T9 keyboard. The reason for this is I want to show you in this slightly longer video, slightly longer tutorial, how to do every part of installing the keyboard. So there we go, just hopping in and uninstalling the keyboard, and I'm jumping into just my messaging app so that I can type and show you how it all works. This is the default GBoard that comes with the Cat, and you can see that I can swipe away, and it's pretty intuitive. It's pretty good actually at what it's able to pick up, but this is using the screen only. I'm not touching the keys below the video, I'm literally just swiping on the screen. I'm now going to show you how well the keyboard works when you speak to the Cat and how the output of that keyboard is. This is a test by speaking to Google and seeing how it outputs my voice. Full stop. So I'm just showing you multiple different versions of keyboards that the device comes with. Full stop, new paragraph. And there you can see that it was able to render that pretty well. I'm just going to throw in something harder. This is Joseph from Dumbphones UK, just giving this feature a go. So you can see that it struggled on dumb phones slightly. And just to show you, if you do use the keyboard when you have the on-screen swipeable keyboard there, you can see that actually it just inputs numbers. So just to flag that up for you. In the next part of this video, I'm just going to install the old T9 keyboard, and that's super simple. You hop into the Play Store. Just here, what I'm doing is I'm ensuring that the GBoard is selected. One thing to note on Google Play, you can't swipe on the GBoard, you have to type, which is fine. And what I've done is I've just searched for old T9 keyboard, and I am just installing that. And once it's installed, I'm opening it, and I'm just going to enable it. It walks you through everything, so don't worry, it's super simple. So you just enable the keyboard. There's prompts from the keyboard itself and your Android device. It's super simple, and then you can hop into your settings and make sure that this is the keyboard that comes up. Again, I'm just jumping into messaging and I'm swiping down from the top and selecting my input. Here you can see that I have the old T9 keyboard installed with both the screen but also the keys. To get rid of the screen, I just click the back arrow, the top left arrow, and it gets rid of the virtual keyboard on the screen, and then I'm just able to solely use the keys to type away. It doesn't give you the suggestions on the screen of the words that are going to come up, but it does predict what you're going to say, as you can see as I type away here. I would say that this is probably the way that most people would want to use this keyboard with this device, because obviously the screen real estate isn't huge and you don't want to be taking up a huge amount of it with that virtual keyboard as well as the physical keyboard. So I just wanted to flag that and show you how you are able to get rid of it. I wanted to cover off how you're able to capitalize on this keyboard using the star button. So in the bottom left, if you click that, you're able to capitalize. You can see in the top bar that there are two capital letters, E and N. This allows you to capitalize, uncapitalize, and change your keyboard that way, so you don't have to make any changes or any touches on the screen. cover off any more tips and tricks that I found with this keyboard and this phone. And with our modern phones, you're able to double tap the spacebar very quickly and you can get a period or a full stop very easily. This is achievable on this device as well. All you need to do is double click 0, which is our space, and it will put a full stop into your text message or whatever you're typing on your device. So I just wanted to let you know that that is still possible on here. Another thing to note is the hashtag key. So in the bottom right, if you click hashtag, you're able to filter through the T9 mode, you're able to filter through the number mode, and you're able to jump between the two. So that allows you to filter through T9 and predictive and having the words sort of work itself out as you go along. You're also able to just be able to type normally using the keypad, and then finally you can just type in numbers as well. So you now have the star, the spacebar and the hashtag that all have special functions that I wanted to flag up with this phone. Another thing to note with this phone is if you're not displaying the virtual keyboard, you're not able to see all of the options that a button is able to show you. So by using a button, and here I'm just going to click the number 1, if you then click the right arrow on your keypad, you're then able to filter through all of the options that it has available to you. So here you can see that I'm just showing you that by clicking 1, which puts a full stop by default, if I click through on that right arrow, it shows me lots of different other options. And finally, if you just hold down the number or long press on any of the numbers, it will output the numbers for you. So nice and simple. I'm not affiliated with old T9 Keyboard in any way, but I just wanted to do a bit more of a deep dive to show you that you can pay for it. It's a one-time fee, it's not particularly expensive, and it gives you access to emojis, there's no ads, you can add more languages, and basically it's just something that I wanted to flag up that is available. Now, I get asked quite a lot, what do I prefer, how do I prefer to have my keyboard? I actually prefer to have the virtual keyboard on as well while I'm typing. Now, the reason for that, as you can see above, is it allows me to filter through the words that it's trying to predict, which I think is super simple, and it kind of allows for quicker typing as well. From my side, anyway. I appreciate other people will have learnt other ways, but for me, I like having this enabled so that I can see the word it's predicting, and then I can filter through and pick the correct one pretty quickly and pretty simply. So this is the way that I like to have mine set up. I appreciate that obviously if you pay for premium, you can get rid of that virtual keyboard as default so that it doesn't come up whenever you click anywhere to type. So as I get asked the question about what is my setup, I figured I would show you. So this is the way I usually use my keyboard on the Cat S22 Flip. What I'm doing now is I am hopping into settings and I'm going to disable the old T9 keyboard just to show you how easy it is, and then I'm going to hop back in and show you how it all works. So this is kind of like a start to finish. So I've hopped into settings, I'm searching for keyboards, I'm going on to my on-screen keyboards, and I'm disabling the old T9 keyboard there for you so that effectively we can just basically do a complete run through of this. Now that that is disabled, I'm making sure that I'm enabling Google voice typing, and I'm hopping into my messaging app, and I'm just going to show you that again by default the swipeable keyboard comes up, as does the keyboard where I can type away by speaking to my device. Again, I'll do that now. And this is how you would use the other keyboard, and then if you just wanted to swap back, you'd hop into settings and turn on the kicker keyboard, or alternatively you can just drag down from the top like I will show you in 1 second. So there you go, that's worked very well. And now by swiping down at the top you can see that I can change my input method, and as I have disabled the T9 keyboard, that isn't available as an option. So if I want to make that available as an option, what I have to do is go back to the T9 keyboard, old T9 keyboard app itself, click it and re-enable it again. So I wanted to flag up that if you turn it off, you do have to go in and re-enable it, just as something for your awareness. And now it's there, I'm turning it on, and when I hop back into my messaging device, you can see that it's all there, it's all set up, and it's ready to go. So again, I'm just typing away now, nice and simply, just showing you that I've changed the keyboard, how I changed the keyboard. Through this video, I've also shown you a couple of tips and tricks with the different keyboards, and that's basically everything that I had to show you today. So hopefully this has been useful for you.
There you have it. That was me running through all of the typing options on this Cat S22 Flip. We covered the GBoard that comes pre-installed with the device. We covered the swiping. We covered the text to talk, talk to text, text to one of them. Right, we covered one of them, and then I also covered showing you the old T9 keyboard. I hope it was useful for you. I wanted to make it a longer video so that it was going to have more information for you within it. Anyway, I hope you're well. Anything that you want me to do, drop me a message below and I'll try and get round to it. But behave yourselves, I'll see you soon, and basically, keep on typing. Bye-bye.